Welcome here to Mountain Lion Stadium. It is a very chilly Sunday afternoon as the UCCS women's lacrosse team welcomes in Fort Lewis College. Hello everybody, I'm Jason Carter. Thank you so much for joining us as the Mountain Lions close out the home portion of their regular season today against the Skyhawks. Of course, that makes it senior night for UCCS. They will say goodbye to 8 seniors following today's matchup against Fort Lewis College. Now, the last time that these two met down in Durango, the Mountain Lions came away with a 20-6 victory over Fort Lewis as they outscored the Skyhawks 6-0 and 7-0 in the second and fourth quarters. So we'll see how that goes throughout the course of this game. Starters being introduced, you see there at UCCS. First, we'll run down Fort Lewis because they've already introduced the Skyhawks. Rebecca Kayakawa will start, as will Caprita Abadesa. Avery Basso will be the starting goalie. Those are a couple of names to really watch out for. Haley Dosty, another one for Fort Lewis College, as those are the leading scorers on the team as well as the starting goalkeeper. The Mountain Lions come into this game with a 9-5 overall record. They've won their last 2 matches. Now, that does include Friday's scheduled game against Adams State, but the Grizzlies cut their program halfway through this year. So Adams State has decided that program will no longer exist. So the Mountain Lions earn a forfeit at 6-0 in that game. So that is one of their 2 victories this year, although they did beat the Grizzlies pretty handily earlier in the year. So probably would have ended up as a victory anyways. So Mountain Lions again, 9-5 overall, 6-3 in RMAC play. That's currently good for 3rd place in the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference. And the Mountain Lions, all their stats pretty much put them solidly in that number 3 position. Almost everything you look at, they're at either the number 2-3 spot in the conference when it comes to overall team stats. So right where they need to be are the Mountain Lions. Fort Lewis coming in with a 4-9 overall record. They are 4-5 in RMAC play. Lost their last 4 games as the Skyhawks season will come to an end, I believe, at the end of this season. They will not make the RMAC tournament. The Mountain Lions, however, on pace to make that RMAC tournament game. Mountain Lions just had their final player announced. Madison McGriff, number 36, will be in net for UCCS, as the starting lineup will go like this: Audrey Knapp, Julia Patrick, Avery Beck-Davis, Catherine Kosak, Hannah Mill, Sydney Malcolm, Holly Sadamka, Angela Naughton, Morgan Miller, Natalie Church, Reagan Olson, and then McGriff, again between the pipes for the Mountain Lions. And we'll run down all the seniors as the game progresses, hit up on some of their career highlight numbers as we honor them in their final home game here in Colorado Springs. So the team is getting ready for the opening draw. And it'll be Julia Patrick in the opening bout for UCCS. Meanwhile, for Fort Lewis College, it will be Autumn Reimerson. The official sets the ball in between, and the draw is won by the Mountain Lions, picked up by Audrey Knapp. Turns a corner and is quickly into Fort Lewis territory. So a little bit of a rundown, 90-second shot clock on each side for each team. 4 15-minute quarters is how the clock will operate during this RMAC Women's Lacrosse contest. UCCS first possession, Hannah Mill up top, into the circle, hands it off. Knapp makes a move around the defender, but then has it clicked away by the Fort Lewis defender. Good defense there from JoJo Lutz to force the turnover. The Skyhawks are headed the other direction. For Lewis, the skip pass, but it's brought back out, slow down. Reimerson running the offense from the point. Good move by Reimerson, the shot and an easy save for McGriff. McGriff, one of the top goalies in the conference, second in save percentage in the entire RMAC, and she comes up clean with her first one. Mill inside the attack circle. Good feed, the shot though off the mark. It'll stay with the Mountain Lions. First shot for UCCS coming off the stick of Reagan Olson, went just a bit high, but the Mountain Lions were in perfect position to keep possession. And now a loose ball off into the corner, and Naughton runs it down. Mill directing traffic behind the goal. Mill, good feed on a nice cut, but an even better save from Basso. As both goalies now with one save as Basso knocked down that point-blank attack. Now they get it back to Basso, who gets it up near midcourt. Reimerson hands it off. And the official is going to call for stoppage. Reimerson has it knocked away. Good defense from UCCS. The ball is kicked out towards midfield. Big collision. The Skyhawks are going to come away with it, though, as they're going to call a bit of a foul on UCCS. No official foul, but ball will stay with Fort Lewis College. McGriff again coming up big. Looks like she got a stick on that to deflect it away, but Skyhawks come away with the loose ball and a 60-second reset of the shot clock. Now we're going to get a shot from the spot for Fort Lewis. Let's see if the Mountain Lions defense can get in there quick enough. Shot off. McGriff again with a save. And the ball will go back to the Mountain Lions. So nicely done by the UCCS goalkeeper, Madison McGriff, as she comes up with another one-on-one save. Sadomka now over midfield for the Mountain Lions as they push into the attacking zone. Good cut. Ball's dropped, picked back up, and the defense for the Skyhawks again coming up big with a stick check. They're going to get a shot clock reset, I believe, although it's currently at 57. Oh, they actually cut 10 seconds off, so it's down to 47 seconds. Again, the feed in the middle, and the Skyhawks done a good job of clogging up that center attack space. Working hard into the lane, knocked down a defender, got some space, shot is just wide. That was out of the stick of Natalie Church. UCCS will continue to hold on possession. There's a good feed in the middle, but again, another nice save from Basso as she went to her knees. Mountain Lions come away with it, and they'll reset the offense. Now a shot clock reset is Mountain Lions a fresh 60, and that pass is off the mark, and Basso comes away with it. Basso staying in her goalie circle, so Mountain Lions, now they can chase her around as she leaves that safe spot. Looking to come from behind, Basso gets away with it. Good pressure by the Mountain Lions, forcing Fort Lewis to kill some time before they can even get it over midfield. Byron down the far sideline for the Skyhawks. Foul called on UCCS, so Fort Lewis will back it up just a bit to where she was when the foul occurred. Reimerson again, point guard of the offense for Fort Lewis. Crawford now trying to get around her defender, no dice. And McGriff, yet another save. Miller this time breaks out for the home team. Church had it knocked away, but illegally, so she picks it back up and gets it up to Mill. And now Hannah. Anna Markham for the Mountain Lions, found the shot in deep, but again, a nice save by Basso. The storyline so far, the goalkeepers for each team coming up big with saves. We're about halfway through quarter number one. No score here at Mountain Lion Stadium. A loose ball, ground ball, picked up, however, by Fort Lewis, so they advance it over midfield. That pass off the mark. Who's going to get there first? UCCS runs it down. And the Mountain Lions are going to call a timeout. Their first of the game, as neither team's offense seems to be all that in sync, and the goalie's coming up with some big saves. We're going to take a quick break as well. Just under 7 minutes to go in period number one. No score. So the Mountain Lions will have possession coming out of that timeout. At the point is Holly Sadomka, a senior. Holly, a 4-year member of the Mountain Lion program. She's played in 46 games, scored 18 goals, including 3 game winners. She recorded her 100th career draw at Regis back on April 12th and ranks all-time in UCCS history with 104. So just one of the many seniors that for UCCS playing their final home game. And they are littered all up and down. And there's the first goal of the game, the good feed to Mill. And Mill tallies the first point. The leading scorer for UCCS has her first in this game. Averages almost 3 per contest. So Mill breaks the ice with 6.5 minutes to go in the first period. So Hannah Mill comes up with the goal. The Mountain Lions win the draw. Loose ball bouncing around, picked up by UCCS, and Mills got it again. Mill on the side of the goal gets pushed out by the Fort Lewis defender. Hannah checked behind her. There wasn't anybody behind her. Mill, good spin move. Shot, though, off the mark. Run down in the corner by Naughton. Back up top to the Sadomka. Hands it off, drop, but then picked up by Markham. Markham tried to find a cutting teammate. No dice. Loose ball. Close to the Fort Lewis. They're going to say... I think a Fort Lewis player was keeping a UCCS stick down with their stick, which you're not allowed to do. So UCCS now with a free shot from straight away. Shot whipped. Good save by Basso, who then gets it knocked away by Mill, who picks up the loose ball. And then Mill's shot off the mark. Quick sequence there for UCCS. No dice, though, as Mill, a great job. The goalie, Basso, lost track of her, and Mill came in, caused a turnover, and earned another possession. Now cutting back deeply. One touch from Hannah
Mill. UC goal by number 10, Hannah Mill. Her second goal of the game. Assist by Angela Naughton.
So Mill has both goals for the Mountain Lions. Naughton gets an assist on that one. And UCCS has a 2-0 lead over Fort Lewis. Naughton with both assists on both Mill goals. So those two working well together here in the early going. Only about 1 minute and 20 seconds elapsed in between tallies. And Mill appears well on her way to another huge game. She had 5 goals against Fort Lewis the last time these played earlier this month. Draw, again, won by the Mountain Lions. Church looking for some help. Church will have some space. Let's see if she can rip off a shot. 5'11" senior waiting for the whistle. Passes it off, shot down low, but again, Basso there with the save. Avery Basso, second team all-conference goaltender last year, and showing why here is she's come up with some really nice saves as the Mountain Lions have kept the pressure on. Loose ball, ground ball now, Mountain Lions in possession. Church will start heading the other direction, chased by 3 Skyhawks. She gets around all of them. Mountain Lions slow down the offense just a little, wait for final attacker to come on the field. That was Markham who came sprinting on from the bench. Mill, another shot, that one's wide. It'll stay with UCCS. Olsen gets things started again for the Mountain Lions. Copel now, got a screen from Mill, can't get around it. She gets another screen from Hannah, and they're gonna call an illegal screen there on Mill, so a turnover. And now Mill getting an explanation from the official. Fort Lewis had a couple of early shots, but they've been pretty quiet the last 4 or 5 minutes as the Mountain Lion defense has caused some turnovers and the offense has pretty much controlled the pace of game. Quick cut in the middle again, a loose ball, but picked up by the visitors. 30 seconds left on the shot clock. The shot goes off, but the whistle went off just before, and actually they're gonna, sounded like they blew the whistle right before the shot went off, but they're actually gonna give the Skyhawks the goal. So
Fort Lewis goal by number 12, Ellie Martinez.
Ellie Martinez scored that one, so Skyhawks get their first tally of the game. As you take a look there at Martinez, averages just over a goal per game does the sophomore midfielder. Official goes back, resets, and they're gonna say that the Fort Lewis player Reimerson was causing some issues, so the Mountain Lions will win that draw. They've yet to lose one in this contest. Basso all over that shot from the Mountain Lions. Patrick tried to sneak a quick one past her. And for those of you who are watching at home, I commend you because it has started snowing here at Mountain Lion Stadium. Under a minute to go in the first quarter. Fort Lewis scored on their last possession, looking to tie things up. Shot and another goal from Martinez, and she has both tallies for Fort Lewis College as she ties it up at 2 apiece.
Fort Lewis goal by number 12, Ellie Martinez, her second goal of the game.
With 20 seconds to go in quarter number 1, Fort Lewis College ties it up at 2 apiece. Ellie Martinez with both goals for the visitors. Hannah Mill, both tallies for the home team. Back to the draw circle, pops straight up. Church using all 5'11" of her frame to win that one as the ball went straight up, and she was able to force a foul on Fort Lewis. And now Church quickly into the attacking zone. Loose ball in the middle, picked up and flung in. Nicely done. Reagan Olson in one quick motion was able to pick up the loose ball and flick it into the back of the net. So just like that, 18 seconds later, the Mountain Lions retake the lead at 3-2.
Reagan Olson, assist by Hannah Mill.
And Mill with an assist, so she's had a hand in all 3 of UCCS's goals. As Church once again will line up with Reimerson in the middle. Church again went straight up, and that'll bring the first quarter to an end. Good action all the way up and down. 5 total goals. UCCS has a 3-2 lead over Fort Lewis College after the first 15 minutes. We're going to take a break. We'll be back with the second quarter in just a minute. second quarter just about to get started. Reagan Olson scored the last goal for the Mountain Lions. The senior is a transfer from Fort Lewis and a 3-year member of the women's lacrosse program. She's competed in 12 games. That was her 11th career goal. And she's also assisted on 4 others. She's got 7 goals on this season. Mill, who's got the other 2 goals for UCCS, will also be graduating this spring. Transfer from Division I Stetson University. She was RMAC Player of the Week on March 28th and is 3rd in the team with 23, now with 25 goals. Scored the game winner against Sisu Pueblo on March 29th. Right now, she'll have an opportunity to add another one as this game progresses, as the teams flip sides. Fort Lewis now going from right to left. In front of me, and the Skyhawks with possession. Trying to work in, shot off, McGriff is there for the nice save though. The 4th save of the game for Madison. Mountain Lions 1-goal lead. The second quarter, last time these two played was all UCCS. That came down in Durango on April 8th. Mountain Lions outscored the Skyhawks 7-0. Let's see if they keep that trend going. That shot off the mark as Basso comes up with another save. This one off the shot from Church. UCCS will keep possession, however. Quickly into the middle, defense coming up big, loose ball, run down by the home team. Patrick looking for a cutter. Works it back outside to Church, who will reset things. Now Church with the one-on-one move, crossover shot, and a goal from Natalie Church.
UC goal by number 28, Natalie Church.
Church, the top assist deliverer in the entire RMAC, comes away with a goal. And the program's all-time leader in points per game, goals, assists, and assists per game, shots on goal, and draw controls. Adds all of those things to her already programmed best numbers as she gets the goal there. That was goal number 111 in her career. She's also won a couple of draw controls, which puts her at 310. Senior from Snohomish, Washington. Church certainly leaving a stamp on this Mountain Lion program. That draw gets back into the box and picked up by the Mountain Lions. Then poked away, however, and it caused turnover. The Skyhawks are heading the other direction. And a triple team, and it's going to stay with Fort Lewis. Shot, McGriff, nice save. Goes around her net, and then his double team got the ball off, and it's picked up by one of her defenders, and they're heading the other direction now. Beck Davis for UCCS now gets it over the line to Olivia Evans. Evans swings out wide. Mill and Church, nice two-person game, and Church with her second straight goal, and it's now a 5-2 Mountain Lion lead.
UC goal!
So Hannah Mill with the assist on Church's second goal of the game.
Second goal of the game. Assist by Hannah Mill.
Both Church and Mill had 5 goals the last time these two teams played, so both currently on pace to have another huge afternoon. As Church will switch out sticks and get her draw stick ready, as she will have a 7-inch height advantage against Caprita Abadessa in the draw circle. See if Church tries to use that height and go straight up. She did and won it once again. Mountain Lion still perfect on those draw controls. Defense there for Lewis, and they come away with a turnover. Sprint in the other direction now is for Lewis. They get it over midfield. Oh, a good defense coming from behind and poking it away, and now UCCS gets to head the other direction. Mill down the far sideline. Mill's got numbers. The pass, though, just a little long. It'll stay, however, with UCCS as they run it down into the corner. Just under 10 minutes to go in quarter number 2. Loose ball picked up by the home team. Free shot opportunity for UCCS. Let's see if they can get off a quick attack. And they do, and the bouncer goes in. Holly Sadomka with a tally there. And the Mountain Lions
Goal by number 19.
have scored the last 4 to take a 6-2 lead. They've got a 3-0 lead here in quarter number 2. Very similar storyline to what happened the last 2 times. You take a look there at Holly, who's got her first goal of the game. And another one of those seniors, her 19th career goal. Last year's RMAC Summit Award winner, which is given to the player at the Final Four conference tournament site who has the best GPA amongst all participants. Sadomka, that's a big award that they give out for every sport, and only one player gets it. Holly was last year's winner, and there's Fort Lewis's first draw control of the game. Good screen into the middle. They're going to say the screen is actually illegal. Fort Lewis player was super free as her teammate looked to have picked off 2 Mountain Lions, but they're going to say no dice against the rules, so it'll head back the other direction. Bill looking for a crossover. Good feed into the middle, just a tad too high though. Picked up behind the net now. Mountain Lions still on the attack. Still 40 seconds to go on the shot clock. Poked away again by the defense. UCCS will bring it out wide and slow it down a little. Kosak. I got to Church. 15 now on the shot clock for UCCS. Church behind the net, tried to get it to Cuddy Mill, couldn't do it. And Fort Lewis will bring it out of the crowd. Loose ball, however, will go right back to the Mountain Lions. Kosak, had a cutting Church, but threw it behind her. And we're going to get a timeout by Fort Lewis College as UCCS currently has a 6-2 lead with just over 7 minutes to go in quarter number 2. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with more UCCS women's lacrosse in just a minute. So Fort Lewis called their first time out of the game with 7:04 to go here in the second quarter. Mountain Lions holding on to a 6-2 lead. 3-0 lead here in quarter number 2 to extend their 1-goal advantage they had after the first 15. Wind's starting to pick up a little here at Mountain Lions Stadium. It's a tad chilly. was about 45 degrees at start of game time. I think it's gotten cooler as the game has progressed. Big check from behind from the Mountain Lions, but it'll stay with Fort Lewis. Feed into the middle, good offense there from Fort Lewis. The long lead pass in by Martinez found a cutting Haley Dostie, and the Skyhawks leading scorer has her first goal of the game. Dostie averaging almost 2.5 goals per contest, gets her first. And also the first of the quarter for the visiting Skyhawks. Martinez has her hand at all 3 scores for Fort Lewis with 2 goals and now an assist. As Abadessa and Church will once again line up. Popped straight up, and coming away with it eventually is UCCS. That ball stayed on the ground quite a while, but the Mountain Lions were able to pick it up. Patrick was a free cutter for the Mountain Lions. The pass off the mark, however, results in a turnover. Another cutter, nicely done though by McGriff to cut off that pass as Dostie was free again right in front of the net. Now Church taking a little bit of a beating, but comes out from between 4 different Skyhawk defenders, and now Natalie just working her way down the field. The feed, shot, oh, and it went in. I think it more deflected off the stick of Julia Patrick, but it went in the back of the net, which is ultimately all that matters. Church saw Patrick cut, threw it in deep, and Patrick did just enough to glance it past Basso. So Church now starting to really assert herself in this contest as she has 2 goals and an assist. And UCCS, their lead back out to 4, it's 7-3. Patrick now in the center circle for the Mountain Lions. And UCCS once again comes away with it. Knapp is the one who picked up the loose ball. Sadomka couldn't control it as she couldn't step her way outside of the midfield box. Bill has the ball on the side for UCCS. Hannah split the defender, got the shot off, got behind the goalie, but then picked up by the defender. And it'll go back to Fort Lewis. So Mill did a great job off the line to get between the defender on each side of her, but her shot was saved by Basso and eventually picked up by the Skyhawks. Under 4 minutes to go here in quarter number 2, 7-3 UCCS currently leading Fort Lewis. Ball knocked away. Stick check, no good from the Mountain Lions. So Fort Lewis pushed even with the net and then back out by the UCCS defense. Nicely done there by the Mountain Lions number 9, Catherine Kosak, to push the attacker out of the way. And now Kosak going over for the double team, and it worked out beautifully as McGriff comes away with the loose ball. Sadamka up the sideline, lead pass, Mountain Lions with some numbers. Can they take advantage? They bring it out wide and kind of slow it down, so their advantage is now gone. So Mill now from straight away get another opportunity to make up for her last one where she just missed another tally. This one straight away, Hannah Mill with the rip and her third goal of the game.
UC goal by number 10, Hannah Mill.
And the second leading scorer in the conference, averaging almost 3 goals per game, now has her third as Mill just unleashed a rocket from straight away and into the back of the net. Patrick flicks it over to Church, who comes away with yet another draw control. Poked away, it looked like. Church doing a good job weaving in and out of the Skyhawk defense. Picks up another foul, so she'll get a little bit of space to operate here as the defenders have to work their way off. And they're actually going to have a penalty, our first penalty of the game. So Fort Lewis is now a woman down. UCCS, let's see if they can take advantage. Looks like Reimerson who picked up the penalty as Church's pass is off the mark, and that offensive advantage is now gone. Basso's going to try and kill a little bit of this clock. It is Reimerson who will have to serve the 2 minutes. Fort Lewis is going to do their best. Even down a player, they've quickly gotten into the Mountain Lions zone. Fort Lewis is actually the most penalized team in the entire conference. One minute, 10 seconds to go in quarter number 2. UCCS up 8-3. Reimerson serving a 2-minute penalty for Fort Lewis, but the Skyhawks doing a really good job of controlling the possession, and they're going to get a shot up and a short-handed goal for Fort Lewis as Martinez has her 3rd tally of the game. Not exactly the outcome the Mountain Lions were hoping for when they were able to go up a player. 57 seconds to go, and Martinez for Fort Lewis scores the shorthanded tally. Fort Lewis comes away with the draw control, and so they, at this point, are essentially going to kill off this entire penalty. Nicely done from the Skyhawks. And frustration, I'm sure, for UCCS with a golden opportunity. And right now, Fort Lewis is actually going to get now a free shot, as Dosty will line up from straight away. Dosty's shot is off the mark, however, and the Mountain Lions unable to control it. Looked like it went off a Mountain Lion player, but the official back there said that it's so it will stay with UCCS. 16 seconds before halftime. Let's see if the Mountain Lions can score a late goal like they did in quarter number 1. They start to work it up the sideline. 6 seconds, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No shot coming this time around. And the half closes out. Fort Lewis kills off a 2-minute penalty and is actually able to score a shorthanded goal. But through the first 30 minutes, it's UCCS with an 8-4 lead behind 3 goals from Hannah Mill and 2 more from Natalie Church. All right, we're going to take a quick break, 10-minute halftime. We'll be back with the start of quarter number 3 here in a few minutes. Don't go anywhere.
Picking the right college is key. And with one-on-one attention and hands-on experience, UCCS fuels success.
I wanted more than a degree.
So with innovative courses and affordable tuition,
UCCS fuels success.
Apply today at uccs.edu.
Beat.
The mountain lion can travel up to 370 miles. Located primarily in North America, these majestic creatures can traverse a large variety of terrain. There are, of course, some natural barriers. UCCS. Find your inner mountain lion.
I really remember that because I was really excited and I was really scared, and it was really hard, saying goodbye to my family, and I think that was really scary for me, never leaving the state, being first generation and stuff. I didn't really know what to expect from my college experience.
The first thing that comes to mind when I think about what surprised me about living on campus is how open everyone was in the first couple of weeks to get to know other people. Me and a couple other people I had met started playing volleyball in just an open field, and then within 20 minutes there were about 30 people in the circle all just hitting a volleyball around, and it's something that just showed me how open people were to meeting new people.
I had never had the opportunity, to ever share a room growing up and stuff, and so it just so happened that me and my roommate got along very, very well, and as well as our other suite mates.
So I'm a resident assistant in Summit Village, and that is essentially a student upperclassman who lives on the floor with the new year freshmen, sometimes upperclassmen, who kind of just guide them through their first year on campus. There are tons of different rooming options here on campus. The first one that we see most commonly is known as Summit Village, and we have privates in a suite, we have private bedrooms, private bathrooms, we have a double in a suite, we have triples in a suite, so there's tons of different options. Definitely when you are coming into college, there's so many different personality types, and so it's really important to find an area within housing that is best for you. So I personally really love having a private bedroom, private bathroom, but then I have some friends who really enjoy being able to have a more social aspect, and so they have a double bedroom with a living room. Different floors have different themes. Let's say you really are enjoying leadership. Well, we have a leadership floor. Let's say you're a criminal justice major or a nursing major. We also have floors for that. Education, once again, my favorite floor because I'm an education major. There's even non-education based ones such as Colorado Living, and they do a lot of things filter around the community, like going out to garden with the gods and just getting an experience about what does it mean to live in Colorado Springs.
For me, when I'm not in class or not studying in the library, I'm usually hanging out with friends in their rooms, watching TV, playing video games, different stuff like that, or we're going off campus, either hiking in the bluffs behind the school or exploring Colorado Springs.
We have 2 dining halls that we're available to us to eat at, and when we go there, they have so many different varieties of food, and you really can just taper it to your diet. So I have residents who are vegan, and they have no trouble finding food on campus. I have people with gluten allergies or who are lactose intolerant, and they have the availability to go to the dining hall and eat whatever they want because they are accommodated there. But then there's people like me who literally want cookies every single meal and can get them, along with french fries and pizza and pasta. So there's just always different options every time of the day.
In the dining halls, there's different sections that are in each of them, both at the lodge and over at the Roaring Fork. And no matter what you're feeling, depending on any time of day, there's going to be options there.
I think a lot of people think on-campus living, is supposed to be super studious, super, serious, but I think it can be a lot of fun when you make it that way.
I've met some of my closest friends from just living on the same floor.
The one thing about living on campus is that chances of you getting involved in something tend to be spontaneous. They're not always structured. So you meet people that you normally wouldn't talk to or you normally wouldn't have classes with, and you'll have that opportunity just to study together, go out to eat together. So it's just kind of limitless.
I wanted more than a degree. So with innovative courses and affordable tuition, UCCS fuels success.
Apply today at uccs.edu.
Beat. Beat.
Welcome back to Mountain Lion Stadium. Start of the third quarter. UCCS with an 8-4 lead. Fort Lewis comes away with the opening draw win. And the defense for the Mountain Lions comes up big. Long pass out towards the middle of the field. And Mill, who's got 3 goals, will start the offense. Hannah, the spin move, looking for a cutter, has one in the center, but a nice save there from Basso as she literally took it off the stick of the Mountain Lion attacker. So for Lewis, Abadessa Now with a free shot. Got it off, but it went wide left. Knapp now working her way up the near sideline, gets around one defender and out of the midfield box and into the attacking zone. Knapp had a cutting teammate, but the ball's loose now. Right back out to Knapp. Touched the sticks of four of the Mountain Lions and just ended up right back where it began. Sadomka gets it off to Church. Church puts up two fingers, calling out a play for the Mountain Lions. Cutter, I don't think anyone actually touched it. I think Church will get credit for that goal. She drops her stick for the stick check. And that's exactly who it's going to go to. So Natalie Church, with her third goal of the game, it was meant to be a pass, and there was just enough blockage in front of Basso's face that she lost track of it and it just bounced right in. So Church, another goal. Mountain Lions, their ninth of the game, as their lead is now up to 5. Church throws it straight up, then uses her 5'11" frame. However, she came from behind, I think, a little bit. Yes, she did. So the ball will eventually start off with Fort Lewis. That shot is way high off Crawford. Tried to just get it on net. Was off the mark. Natalie playing some really good defense there. The shot again high. It'll stay with the Skyhawks. And now loose ball. Is Church going to come away with it? She is. Ground ball pickup there from Church. Tried to get it over to one of her teammates. A little bit behind, but still headed the other direction for the Mountain Lions. Annalise Carr with her purple hair and Carr pushed back out. Had a teammate, and nobody could come up with it, so possession heads back to the Skyhawks. Under 10 minutes to go in quarter number 3, UCCS up 9-4. And another caused turnover by the defense. Nicely done as they get it back to McGriff now, who will get chased down into the corner. but gets it upfield to Kosak. A whistle, but play will continue going as the Mountain Lions were already headed in the offensive direction. Nobody there. Carr was the cutter, but the pass off the mark. Hit the deck hard. That was Reimerson as she got hit pretty hard from behind, and Mill will head over to the penalty box. And believe it or not, that is the first penalty of the year on UCCS. We are in game number 16. Looking for a long lead pass, one hopped, it's loose. But the Skyhawks are able to work it. And are we gonna get another penalty? Yes, we are. So 15 and a half games with 0 penalties, and now 2 in 12 seconds. Heading over to the box this time is Chloe Harding, as she came in and really laid out Kaikawa. And now Fort Lewis up 2 woman advantage. Let's see if the Mountain Lions can pull off a penalty kill, similar to what Fort Lewis did to end the first half, as the Skyhawks actually scored down a player. Let's see if UCCS can return the favor here, as they've got 1:23 left in the first penalty, and then about 12 seconds on top of that. Fort Lewis, though, now with a free shot. McGriff comes up. Oh, I thought she had it initially, and then it kind of snuck past her. So a goal for Fort Lewis.
Number 8, Mickey Brown.
Mickey Brown is going to get credit for the tally, as it looks like McGriff initially stopped it, and then it just kind of trickled out behind her and into the net. McGriff put together a really solid game, 7 saves, a save percentage up over 58, which is above her season average, and she already came in as the number 2 ranked save percentage goalie in the entire conference. So McGriff, despite that, she probably wants that last one back, but despite that last little flaw there, still putting together a really nice game for the Mountain Lions in goal. So the Mountain Lions did get 1 player back after that goal, so they have about a minute left, down a player. We'll see if they can take advantage. Good spin move there by Knapp out towards the top, but then she's pushed back out by the Skyhawk defenders. Swings it over to Church. Back up to Knapp. And they're gonna get I think a bit of a stick check foul there from Fort Lewis. Not now out wide, and she gets pushed to the ground, but will stay with the Mountain Lions. I think there's an issue. There we go. Yeah, the shot clock had reset and it shouldn't have. So 24 seconds to go on the shot clock for UCCS. There is a cutter, shot, saved, loose ball. Ooh, and laid out was a Mountain Lion player down by the goal. She is still down. Angela Naughton hit the deck. I mean, it almost looked like she took a stick across the upper body. Now the officials, I think, are going to talk about it because Naughton hit the deck hard. Face mask flew off. And now in comes the third officials. You take a look there at Angela. She's walks off under her own power, but it looked like someone came high across the body. Possession's going to stay with Fort Lewis behind the UCCS net. So whatever the officials were talking about, literally nothing came out of it. Feed out from behind the net. Ends up on a loose ball. Fort Lewis will pick it back up. Still 50 seconds left on the shot clock. 6:20 on the game clock here in quarter number 3. Crossover, split defender. And again, a free shot. Maren Clark this time for Fort Lewis. And Fort Lewis has really controlled the pace of play here in quarter number 3. And she comes away with another goal. Clark with a tally, and Fort Lewis starting to come back here as they've cut a once 5-point UCCS lead down to 3. So Clark, her first goal, as Reimerson and Patrick will line up in the middle once again. And Knapp is able to run it down. Gets out of midfield into the attacking zone. chased by one Fort Lewis defender, and sure she gets it off to Mill. Mill's been quiet here in the second half, although she gets the feed into the middle. It's knocked away, however, but picked back up by the Mountain Lions. Harding, good job by her to corral that ground ball. Now Patrick has it out top to Mill. Mill looking down low. Carr now. Carr finds a cutting Mill. Hannah, oh, great save by Basso. She was able to get her big net right in front of Hannah Mill's stick and take away the shot. Oh, loose ball, heads out towards midfield. Not a lot of people paying attention. The Mountain Lions are going to have an opportunity. Mill one-on-one. Let's see what Hannah comes up with. Oh, gets a cross check across the shoulder. Yeah, and that'll result in a penalty on Fort Lewis. JoJo Lutz, I believe, is going to head to the box. Yes, she is. She stopped, but she keeps heading over there, and she knew it too. One-on-one Mill, and Lutz went right across the shoulder. Fourth penalty of the game overall. Each team now with 2. Let's see if the Mountain Lions can take advantage this time around, however, as they were unable to the last time they were up by a player. Church directing traffic, works her way slowly out. Good one-touch there. The defense, however, gets in front of it. Church picks up the loose ball. Now she's going to do it herself. Church bounce around the goal. And she's got another one, and that puts UCCS in double digits as Church has her 4th of the game.
Goal by number 28, Natalie Church. Her 4th goal of the game. Timeout taken by UCCS.
So UCCS, after that Church goal, will take a timeout. We'll do the same. Mountain Lions up by 4, 10-6. So UCCS finally able to get back on the board here in the third. Fort Lewis had controlled the pace of play the last handful of minutes. But with 4:01 to go in the third quarter, Mountain Lions now up 10-6 as Church, who scored the last goal, will now line up across from Rymerson for the draw. Church flings it out wide, running it down, still loose. Mountain Lions unable to keep it in play, and they're actually going to, yeah, okay. They pointed UCCS's direction, but it ends up going to Fort Lewis. Fort Lewis just swinging it out wide along the left side of the Mountain Lion net. No cutters really between. One-on-one game going from the far side. Shot low and off the mark. Picked up by the Mountain Lions and headed the other direction. Bringing it all the way across the field. Nicely done there from Beck Davis to literally take it from one end of the field to the other. Nice offense, quick feed from Church in the middle to Patrick, and Patrick puts another one home for the Mountain Lions. For Patrick, that is her second goal of the game, and UCCS is back up by 5.
Her second goal of the game. Assist by Natalie Church.
Church continuing to have a great game. She's now got 2 assists to go with her 4 goals. And she has a game-high 6 points. Pass straight from Church to Knapp. Or excuse me, to Patrick. Now Knapp with the ball. So Church again controlling those draws. She literally threw that directly to Patrick, looked right at her, was able to flip it over the Fort Lewis defender. Oh, good move, got around the D. And I thought Church had the advantage, just let her keep going. Church's shot off the mark. UCCS, though, maintains possession. Sadomka now. Whistle blows. Sadomka bounce shot around the left side of the goaltender. And another tally. The Mountain Lions have their largest lead of the game at 12-6.
By number 19, Holly Sadomka. Her second goal of the
Sadomka,
game.
her second tally of the game. She's got 9 goals on the year as the Mountain Lions create a little bit of space between them and the Skyhawks. mean, Church has that down to a science. Like, she is all over those draws. So again, she flicked it right to a teammate and maintained possession for the Mountain Lions. Good feed down low, shot though just off the mark from Sadomka. But now Carr get things restarted behind the net. 50 seconds on the shot clock, 55 on the game clock here in quarter number 3. Carr had it in the middle, but 3 Skyhawk defenders were able to poke it away. Nobody open for Fort Lewis's goalkeeper. Is Basso looking for some help and now yelling at her teammates as she got it to one of her defenders. Griff, nice save there down low as the third quarter comes to an end. The Mountain Lions with a 12-6 lead after 45 minutes of play. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back in just a minute as the Mountain Lions will look to close this one out on senior night. Don't go anywhere.
The mountain lion can travel up to 370 miles. Located primarily in North America, these majestic creatures can traverse a large variety of terrain. There are, of course, some natural barriers. UCCS. Find your inner mountain lion.
Third quarter goes the way of UCCS as they outscore Fort Lewis 4-2 and have a 12-6 lead over the Skyhawks. Mountain Lions have led the scoring in every quarter, 3-2 in the first, 5-2 in the second, and then 4-2 there in those 15 minutes. So we line up for the final quarter. Mountain Lions are going to go from left to right in front of me as they will look to wrap up yet another victory and get to 10. That would be a very successful season. They still do have one more weekend of games next weekend, but they'll wrap up the home stretch as Church hit the deck, but they're going to say that the ball stays with Fort Lewis. and they're going to get a push on Carr. And Carr's going to head to the penalty box. So the third penalty of the game for UCCS. Again, they had none all season. And they've had 3 in the last quarter. Shot. Oh, McGriff. No problem there. That was right in her wheelhouse. Comes away with the easy save. Quickly gets it up to Church, who's sprinting past a bunch of Skyhawks. Natalie Church right down the center of the field. Stopped. Tried to feed it off to a teammate. Ball still loose and ends up back with Church. So good hustle from Natalie. Beat a bunch of players down. Tried to feed a teammate. Ultimately was able to come back up with a loose ball, and the offense now will run behind the net a little. Sadamka, no good, bounced right into Church's stick. Knapp now trying to work around her defender. 25 left on the shot clock for UCCS. Knapp gets turned around a couple of times, tried to feed it in deep. Mill. Unable to chase it down in the corner, so it goes back to Fort Lewis. Oh, nicely done from Church to just put her stick up and come away with a steal. Knapp tried to fling it over to Patrick, and Patrick unable to come away with the pass, and it rolls out of bounds. Good job by McGriff again, as that shot was super low. I don't think it ever got above her ankles, but she's able to get her stick down on it and cover it up for yet another save. Olsen coming from behind was Dostie. Came away with the steal, but then her pass is off the mark. Loose ball. Mountain Lions pick it up. Beck Davis up to Carr. Quick attack in the middle, tried the spin around is Patrick. The shot off the mark, so it'll stay with the Mountain Lions. Shot high, UCCS. Perfect position to keep possession. Nicely done. A little bit of a tip shot there. Carr with the assist. I believe it was Sadamka who got that one. It is Haley Sadamka, her third goal of the game. as she just hit a little bit of a redirect towards the net, and it was just enough to get it past the goalkeeper.
Timeout taken by Fort Lewis.
Fort Lewis calls a timeout as they find themselves down by 7. UCCS, the 13-6 lead. So the Mountain Lions, largest lead of the game at 13-6. As Sadamka was able to score the last tally for the Mountain Lions. UCCS has outscored Fort Lewis in every quarter so far as they've built this 7-goal lead. An especially big day from senior Natalie Church, who has 6 points, including 4 goals, as she plays her final game here at Mountain Lions Stadium. Swack across the face, but Patrick was able to keep her composure and keep working it up the field before she's cut off. Carr looking for a cutter. Has Mill. Mill couldn't control it, however. Then comes away with a swipe and a loose ball. Stays with Mountain Lions. Good offense there. Carr found a cutting Patrick, and Patrick got the shot off, but I think it went off the stick of Basso and out of bounds. Now Mill, who's been quiet here in the second half, can't quite control that pass. Patrick runs it down. Patrick, the bouncer, but nicely done from Basso, who hits her knees and comes up with yet another save. That's her 13th save of the game. McGriff on the other side has 10, so both goalies facing a decent number of shots today. All the way back up top for Fort Lewis. Oh, shot snuck between the legs of McGriff, and Alyssa Strow has her first goal of the game.
Fort Lewis goal by number 7, Alyssa Strow.
.8:20 to go in the contest. UCCS still up by 6. Church and Abadessa again meet in the center circle. Church flicked it up, bounces around for Lewis, however, is going to come away with it. Sadamka with some really tight defense on the attacker. Pass is errant and loose. Who's going to get there first? Still loose. Mountain Lions. Had it. There we go. Carr finally picks it up. Mountain Lions slowing down the pace of play a little bit. Up by 6. No rush needed. 60 seconds still on the shot clock. Bouncer by Sadamka, but Basso comes up with another good save. .640 to go. At this point, Mountain Lions just letting the clock tick away. Kayakawa now for Lewis. Spin move, shot, and another goal. McGriff was there. But Kayakawa comes away with the gold.
Fort Lewis goal by number 1, Rebecca Kayakawa.
And Fort Lewis now breathing a little bit of life into this contest. Down by 5 at 13-8. I know the Mountain Lions are probably content kind of sitting back and just playing D, but Fort Lewis has come hard the last couple of minutes. 6.5 minutes, still plenty of time to go for the Skyhawks as they'll look to continue to mount this comeback. Difference being they've controlled quite a few of the last draws, even though Church has been winning it. And right as I say that, of course, the Mountain Lions pick up another one. Morgan Miller is able to come up with the ball. That shot well off the mark. Carr did find a cutting Mill, but Mill not able to bring it down towards net level, but it'll still stay with the Mountain Lions. But then a turnover. So the Fort Lewis defense coming up big. 5.5 minutes to go. They're going to say Markham came over the top with the stick there. Not able to do that, knock the other player's stick away. Fort Lewis deep in, shot off the mark. It'll stay with the Skyhawks. Church with a nice cross check there, knocked the ball loose. Still running it down. It'll stay with Fort Lewis, however. And sticking out the hips for a bit of a hip check was Martinez for Fort Lewis, so the ball will go back to UCCS. 4:20 left in this contest. Oh, tried to go for a pass, lost it right out of her stick. Fort Lewis now putting a little bit of pressure on the Mountain Lions deep in their own territory. UCCS able to swing it around, however, and quickly get it up the field. Olsen, this time down the sideline, to Carr in the middle. Carr right back to Olsen. Olsen shot saved. Church would have had a wide open shot. The pass just a little bit too out of her reach. But UCCS cleans it up and gets it right back to Natalie. Natalie now working on the defenders. Triple teamed eventually. Works around a couple of them. Church's shot. There we go. Natalie, the senior, finally gets the Mountain Lions back on the board here in the fourth. For Natalie, her fifth goal of the game on 7 shots, as she is looking to go out in style. That really should be the nail in the coffin. 3:24 to go in the game. UCCS up by 6. Fort Lewis is going to have to score really quick if they want to have an opportunity to officially mount a comeback. But the Mountain Lions coming up with big goals when they need them, and it's mostly been Natalie Church. She had 5 goals the last time these two teams played, and matches that number so far today, including the most recent. .2:15 to go now. Ava Goodnature, who's checked in for the first time in this game, will get an opportunity to rip off a shot here if she can from straight away. Nope, passed it off. And she'll get an assist on that play. As coming up,
UC goal!
with the goal was number 3, Aubrey Knapp.
Assist by number
So Knapp,
23,
the senior on
Ava
senior night,
Butcher.
gets a goal off the feed from Good Nature. For Knapp, that is her first of the game, her 53rd in her career, one of those seniors that we're honoring today, 4-year member of the Mountain Lion program. This is her 47th career game, as I mentioned, now with 53 career goals, 112 draw controls. She's second all-time in program history in draws, third in ground balls, and fifth in assists. Aubrey's played in all 12 games this year, scoring 14 goals while dishing out 18 assists. Mountain Guyan's game last week at Sisu Pueblo, she scored the game winner in that 21-8 victory. She was an RMAC honorable mention all-conference selection last year. Again, those seniors for UCCS, Audrey Knapp, or the graduating players, Audrey Knapp, Hannah Mill, Hannah Kupal, Sydney Malcolm, Holly Sadamka, Morgan Miller, Natalie Church, and Reagan Olson. Kupal's in her 3rd season wearing the black and gold. Played in 23 games. She's won 30 career draws, which is the 9th most in program history. She's also added 19 goals and 22 points. This season, Hannah scored 10 goals and has caused 7 turnovers. She was RMAC All-Academic Honor Roll last year. And the final senior that we haven't really spoken about today, Sydney Malcolm from Lee's Summit, Missouri. Malcolm started the most games of any Mountain Lion and has played in the 2nd most in the black and gold, as she started 58 of the 59 and she scored 33 goals. She's 3rd all-time in caused turnovers, 4th in ground balls, and 7th in draw controls. She is a 3-time RMAC All-Academic Honor Roll selection. So congratulations again to these Mountain Lion seniors who will end the home portion of their careers with a victory. All in question now is what the final score will be, as UCCS currently leads by 7 with 2 minutes to go. As Sadamka works around her defender, gets in the way, but Basso came up with the nice save as she read where Sadamka was going with it. And then the pass out. They're going to get Patrick with a foul there, as she was able to level the Fort Lewis player going after the loose ball, but a little bit too much going on there. And then Sadamka with a little bit of a stick check. Keeps going the other direction. 1:20 now to play. Martinez, who's got a couple of goals for Fort Lewis, working at the top of the point. Martinez got around and making another goal for Ellie as she finds the back of the net once more, and that is her 4th of the game.
Goal by number 12, Ellie Martinez, her 4th goal of the game.
So Martinez, nearly half of the Fort Lewis offense here in this contest, as she has 4 of the 9 goals. Clock stops with 52.9 seconds to go. Shot clock is turned off. So if the Mountain Lions could get possession here, they could literally just run out the clock and end this one. Church and Reimerson again in the middle. And the Mountain Lions do come away with it. Patrick's able to clean up that draw. And so UCCS, if they can, should be able to run out this final 35 seconds of play. Shot off the mark, but it'll stay with the Mountain Lions. Six seconds to go. And that'll do it as the Mountain Lions were able to pull off a victory in the final home game of the season, 15-9 over visiting Fort Lewis College, as UCCS gets the victory.
Colorado makes up and will finish the regular season at Westminster.
Mountain Lions do have a couple more games on the road. Again, 15-9 is the final. Here's the fans at Mountain Lions Stadium, happy with that final result. The win moves the Mountain Lions to 10-5 on the year. Fort Lewis, meanwhile, falls to 4-10. UCCS improves to 7-3 in conference play. Yeah, welcome back inside Mountain Lions Stadium. UCCS put together a really good game. They scored the first 2 goals of the game. Fort Lewis came back, was able to tie it, but from that point on, UCCS, after they scored their 3rd goal, never trailed once again. Mountain Lions will be on the road next Thursday and Saturday when they will visit Colorado Mesa and then Westminster on Saturday. Excuse me. Take a look at some of the final stats for the victorious Mountain Lions. Natalie Church with 5 goals and 2 assists, a game high 7 points. Haley Sadamka had 3 goals, while Hannah Mill had 3 goals and 2 assists. Patrick with 2 goals, Knapp with a goal as well to round out the scoring for the Mountain Lions. Meanwhile, it was Ellie Martinez, the big story for Fort Lewis College, as she scored 4 of the Skyhawks' 9 goals. McGriffin net 10 saves, a save percentage of 52%. Nicely done by her in this final home game of the season. Well, that's going to do it for us, for everyone here at UCCS. I'm Jason Carter. Thank you so much for hanging out with us as the Mountain Lion women's lacrosse team comes away with the 15-9 victory here on senior night. Have a great rest of your afternoon, everyone.